Spoiler warning ahead. Project Wingman is a funny game about funny planes, funny countries, and even funnier people. In fact, it is a game that I really enjoy. Like, really, really enjoy. And since I had to go through the pain of playing it, you will too. Join me today as I guide you through the horror that is the Cascadian conflict. But how did we get here? What is a plane? And most importantly, why is everything orange? This and more in this video. So, let's get into About 400 years ago, the ring of fire in the Pacific Ocean decided to explode due to an ignition of an unknown material known as cordium. The ignition caused a chain reaction of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, which resulted in the destruction of human civilization as we know it. The ash from the hundreds of volcanic eruptions covered and clotted out the sky, leading to an ice age which was referred to by the survivors as the Long Cold. Very original. We know how ice ages work. It's just the Earth, but cold. What matters is the many geothermal fissures which allowed humans to stay alive and progress humanity into the next generation. These geothermal fissures would later on be used by countries as renewable energy, allowing them to power homes, factories, almost everything for centuries. Since no one could keep track of time, everything was zeroed, and we now have what's known as after calamity. Oh, and remember that cordium I was talking about? Yeah, humanity studied it, and are now able to use it to power planes, cars, everything. Countries rich in cordium export it, allowing everyone to connect. They have meetings on how they can better the world and make it safer for the future generations. Oh, yeah, that too. Countries emerged from the ashes, and the Federation became the sole supplier of cordium and geothermal energy. Yes, I am skipping over a lot of things. I do not care. Most of that cordium and geothermal energy came from Cascadia, which the Federation used to expand their military. The Cascadian people didn't like this, and, resorted to what anyone resorts to in a time of need: violence. And so, to escalate the violence to nuclear levels, the Cascadian Independence Force called upon mercenaries to help sway the war in their favor. This is where you come in, Monarch, flight lead of the Hitman team, part of a greater group known as the Sicario Mercenary Corps. You will slaughter your way through Cascadia, kill planes, big planes, water planes, and innocent civilians, and be rewarded a total of $1,000 US. Wow, you can actually buy a plane with that? How much does a car cost? Like $100? But now that you know who you are and why you're here, it's time to get into the actual
Welcome to your very first briefing. Get used to my voice. You're going to be hearing it for a very long time. So it looks like our contractor got a vessel stolen from it. What it contains, I don't know, and honestly, neither do I care. As you all know, I'm just in this for the money. Hitman team, you're on point. Well, there really isn't much else to say. Just go get the goddamn boat so we can get this over with.
You fly in with your two wingmen, Comic and Diplomat, as well as your AWACS, Galaxy. The pirates of the island pretty much locked down from air, sea, and land, but they are no match for you and your 100 missiles. Well, that just doesn't seem right. You kill the pirates, secure the cargo, destroy the cargo because your contractor tells you to, and you get home safe and sound.
Got a new contract from the Cascadian Independence Force, so looks like Sicario's moving west. Now it's hard to move an entire air fleet without getting any attention, so Hitman, you're on point. You'll be protecting Sicario from the Federation's air patrol. Once we cross the border, the Independence Independence Force will take care of it from there. But until then, you're gonna have to do everything you can to make sure not a single one of our planes gets shot down. It's all on you. Go hit them hard, Monarch. Make sure they never come back.
So you do what the funny briefing man tells you to do, mercilessly slaughtering the Federation intercepts, and also turning children into orphans simultaneously. But that's perfectly fine. They know what they signed up for. The Federation sends wave after wave of squadron, but you shoot them down. They're no trouble for you and your wingmen. What does seem like trouble, though, is the destroyer being escorted by several highly skilled pilots ready to shoot you down in an instant. Why the Federation is sending a destroyer to intercept your very fast planes, I don't know. But what I do know is how this ends, with all the pilots and the destroyer in flames. With the destruction of the destroyer comes a message from Stardust 1, a National Guard pilot of the Cascadian Independence Force. Stardust asks for a secret code. Kaiser, the leader of Sicario, responds, and you are welcomed into Cascadia with open arms. Yeah, open arms.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sit down. We have a lot to do today. After successfully crossing the Cascadian border, the Independence Force gave us their own airfield. Well, what remains of an airfield at least. I don't think this piece of junk will last as an FOB throughout the war. So, we're gonna have to find another airfield. Unfortunately, the only airfield that the Cascadian National Guard owned was taken by the Federation when the war began. So, looks like we're gonna have to take it back. This is a very important operation. That's why I'm putting Hitman in charge. Rose Dower is in a very strategic position. If we take it, we just might turn the tide in our favor.
Rose Dower is a very strategic point, and the Federation know that full well. In the lake between you and Rose Dower, the Federation Navy sits, protecting it from any naval invasion. Federation radar picks you up, and surface-to-air attacks begin. Pilots patrolling Rose Dower begin to intercept you. And not just them. Any naval forces within range begin to turn their AA guns towards you. This one's gonna be rough. Did I say rough? Oh, sorry, I meant incredibly easy. Sicario Airborne deploy, engaging any armored units on the ground. With you supporting them from the skies, nothing can stop you. What the hell? Why did the music change? What's on my screen? And who the hell are you? Oh, that's who you are. You kill Crosstalk Squadron? Yeah. What were you expecting? A boss fight? This is a plane game. Come on.
Shit's been hitting the fan, Sicario, and they need us to clean it up. One of the Independence Force's only battalions, led by General Elizabeth, has been pushed back to an agricultural plant in the south by a Federation offensive. The Independence Force needs us to provide close air support. This one's important. If we lose Elizabeth, we lose the war. If we lose the war, we don't get our pay. So, who's ready to save some lives? I know I am.
When you arrive, you can already tell everything's gone sideways. Elizabeth's forces are scattered or surrounded. Federation armor is closing in very, very quickly. But, lucky for you, you have 87 multi-lock-on anti-ground missiles that will instantly kill a tank. And they can lock on to multiple. You move in to provide support for the Allies. What the hell, Elizabeth? Oh, yeah. I completely forgot to mention. Remember how I said the mercenaries were welcomed into Cascadia with open arms? Yeah, that was a lie. Everyone kind of holds a grudge against mercenaries ever since a cabal of mercenaries invaded Oceania and, tried to start their own independent state. Yeah, that didn't end too well. In fact, General Elizabeth was the one that helped repel many of the mercenary attacks. Kind of funny, You're a mercenary, you're helping him, you used to fight. Yeah, you guys get the point. There really isn't much else to say about this mission. You kind of just fly around and shoot a bunch of things until you move on to the next area and fly around and shoot more things. But I'll still show some gameplay since it is still a very fun level.
after another. Presidia, the capital of Cascadia, is being evacuated. When the war began, the Independence Force was able to take control of the capital from the Federation garrison. Their plan was to hold it until more reinforcements were able to arrive to help hold key points in Cascadia. Unfortunately, with more Federation forces coming in from out of country, Presidia was taken. Due to Federation forces completely outnumbering our own, a tactical retreat has been put in place. By air, sea, and land, we are evacuating Presidia. This evacuation was the last thing we wanted, but if we want a chance to continue fighting, we must get out. Hitman Team, you'll be in charge of causing as much chaos as possible to allow more time for our forces to evacuate. Unfortunately, we won't be able to save everyone, but that doesn't matter. However many we're able to save is a win in my books. Come on, Sicario, let's get moving.
Presidia's in shambles, people evacuating, soldiers begging for help. But one thing will help you. One thing will push you through the chaos no matter what. The fucking music! You were able to utterly pummel everyone thanks to the awesome bops you were listening to. But unfortunately, the only people you couldn't pummel were the 12 airships that decided to join the battle. Advanced fighters escorting the airships put up for a tough opponent. But there is still no match for you. And thanks to you and the rest of Sicario, the Independence Force is able to fully withdraw out of Cascadia. Although at a great cost. Those who had to be left behind will not be forgotten, and their sacrifice will not be in vain.
Alright, Sicario, you got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is we're absolutely getting pummeled on every possible front. The good news is we have a plan to get out of this mess. Hitman Team, you'll be in charge of hitting the Federation's main geothermal processing and storage facility in Cascadia in an attempt to draw their forces away from the front lines and take some stress off our troops. Your job is to destroy as much as you can before enemy reinforcements arrive en masse. Good luck, Hitman. This one's on you.
So you bomb a bunch of innocent factory workers. This is not a joke. You bomb civilians. It's perfectly fine, though. The Federation has troops and AA weaponry in the facilities. We'll just call it collateral damage. There is a lot to destroy in this mission, and I mean a lot. I have never seen this many IFF signatures before. Yet. This mission has it all. Plenty of ground forces to demolish for extra points, airships, planes, orange, and just an absolute bop of a song. You go around just killing everything until there's nothing and no one left to kill. Huh? What's happening?
Hey, Wax, is this them? The mercs of the Independence Force? Not gonna lie, this lad sounds a little British. What? Who said that? Which one of you bastard mercenaries said that? Yup, I knew it. He's British. Shut up! Crimson Squad, engage! Shoot down those wretched bastards!
You engage Crimson Squadron as if they're just another squadron to down, but they aren't like other girls. Crimson Squadron dodges all your shots. Both your wingmen run away from the ensuing battle. Your mission objective changes. Escape.
Go on, Merc. Run away like the rest of those dogs.
But you choose to stay behind and fight the British men. Missiles are useless, so you switch to guns, picking one target and trying to whittle him down.
Crimson 3, careful. He's on your tail. I got him.
The music turns desperate. Crimson is more than just a squadron. They're a boss, oh god! But after dodging missile after missile, you're finally able to almost kill one. When?
Damn it. Crimson Squadron, pull out. We did all we could. That crazy bastard stayed behind. What's so different about him? Another ship? Are you serious? out a pilot today for this op. So, Comic, Monarch, it's just you two. I'm sure you'll be fine. Now, I don't know exactly how it happened, but a small group from the Independence Forces Navy managed to hijack a Federation naval vessel known as the Eminent Domain. This isn't any normal ship. It's got all the combat capabilities of an entire fleet packed into one ship. But unfortunately, it can't refuel and rearm itself. So you'll be escorting a small detachment from the Independence Force Navy, along with the resupply ship, Court. I'm sure there will be no surprises in this mission. Go save that vessel.
It's just fucking fix this. There are a lot of boats to kill in this mission. Most likely due to the fact that you're in the ocean, but yeah. And of course, it wouldn't be a funny plane game without planes. Whatever the hell that is. Yeah, boats have railguns in this game. Okay, it's fine. I'm sure that's the only dumb thing that's gonna happen in this mission. You kill boats for 15 minutes until the Eminent Domain finally arrives, along with our very awesome, super cool, this is not a joke, Captain Woodward.
Hey, give me that. This is Captain Woodward, commander of this proud vessel, and we graciously accept your help.
He's single-handedly the best character in this game. After protecting the domain for what feels like hours, you receive contact that the Federation has launched kamikaze pilots. At least, I think they are, because for some reason these missiles are conscious and know how to dodge. Fun mission.
Just what in God's name is wrong with the Federation? Thanks to you, Hitman, the Eminent Domain has been able to intercept Federation transport vessels bringing equipment to ports. Unfortunately, they have vast control over aerial logistics routes, meaning they're able to bring supplies into Cascadia at a massive scale, a scale we might never reach. We have, however, come up with a plan to weaken their supply chain. We'll deploy several intercepts along their routes to eliminate any and all Federation transports. Unfortunately, civilian air traffic hasn't changed since the beginning of the war, due to their control of the Solana communication array in the Aitor Desert. This entire war has been kept secret by the Federation. Try keeping civilian casualties to a minimum. I wouldn't want to lose any of my pay thanks to you guys.
For some odd reason, you are able to log onto civilians and shoot them. Although it's very funny, I do not recommend doing it, as it immediately resets the mission. Lucky for me though, I brought multi-lock-on anti-air missiles, which can lock onto civilian targets so I can't even use them. This is a very fun mission, as well as having an amazing song to accompany it, as it has the same leitmotif you hear almost throughout the entire game. It is amazing. Leitmotif being, you basically just go around shooting down transports for a while, but it's nonetheless very fun. There is no bullshit in this level. You kill them, and you go home.
No! 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 Stay away! Just die!
Get ready, Sicario. The Independence Force has entrusted us, and us alone, for this op. Today, we're destroying the Solana communications array. Assassin and Gunzel, you'll be in charge of taking enemy fighters in order to obtain total air superiority. Hitman team, you can split up how you'd like, but I'd much prefer if you focused on helping Circus clear out the Federation's ground forces. Remember, this one's on us, so don't screw it up. Sicario, we're moving out.
This is a mission you cannot afford to fail. This array has been jamming comms and slowing down the Independence Force since the beginning of the war. It's important to win this battle. Before Circus drops off the ground forces, you need to eliminate the surface-to-air weaponry preventing them from getting close.
Done.
Then you need to eliminate the fighter squadrons who just deployed from the airbase.
Done.
Then you need to move on to the... Oh, you kidding me? They have railguns here too?
Kill.
Once that is done, you
Purge the remaining forces. We do not have enough fuel to return home. Done.
Sicario, get in your planes right now. I'll be briefing you during flight checks. All aerial units not currently in combat are to be scrambled immediately to the Bering Strait. Thanks to the destruction of the Solana communication array, the Independence Force is earning its own first victories up and down Cascadia. The Federation is now seeing losses it's never seen before. Because of this, they are now bringing more and more troops and supplies from out of country to support the war effort. One of our aerial recon units spotted a massive amount of transport aircraft entering Cascadia. The Federation responded by sending intercepts to help the transports. The Independence Force didn't want those supplies to get into the country, so they sent more reinforcements to help the original recon group. Both sides have been escalating ever since. It's now gotten to the point where the entire Cascadian Air Force is now in the fight. We cannot afford to let those transport aircraft into Cascadia. We need to completely decimate Federation air power. Come on, Sicario. Let's do this.
There is so much to say about Mission 11, but let's start with the most important part. It is the best mission in the entire game. I am not exaggerating. I am 1,000,000,000% not messing around. If you don't agree with me, you will die. There is no choice. The contrails, the radio chatter, there are 30 enemies chasing you, the music! I've played this mission 100 actual times, and I am still not bored of it. And I never will be. Allies are also able to shoot down planes, which makes the battle just so much more immersive. Now, I know I said this is the best mission, but somehow, some way, it gets better. How something gets better than the best? I don't know. Just shut up and pay attention. There are many planes to shoot down, which means the mission has no downtime. You're always in combat. That is until you shoot down the last plane. Now, we can finally go home after a long and grueling battle.
All survivors, fall upon me. There's no running, mercenaries. We have you.
You piece of shit. This time, Crimson isn't as tough as they were when you first sparked with them. Although, they're still tough to fight, they aren't invincible.
Who was that? Who shut him down? Him. He's mine. No! What is happening? Why are you letting yourselves get killed by wild dogs?
That's enough. You've sustained too many losses. All orders within the AO. Pull back. I repeat, pull back. Crystal Kingdom has issued a full retreat.
Just send more reinforcements. I have him.
That's an order, Crimson One. We have no more combat-effective reinforcements. The transports were all shot down. We'd just be sending men to die. I won't repeat myself.
Fine. All units, pull out. I can't believe it. Human, to be honest, I have no idea what we're doing this time, so I'll just make something up. Recently, fishermen have reported hearing some weird noises coming from a naval rig off the coast of Cascadia. The naval base belongs to a private contractor named Icarus Armories. Digging deeper, he found out that the Federation have sent out many aerial and naval defenses, including a good portion of their naval fleet to protect it. Hitman, we're once again asking you to be the bait. Cause chaos and distract them, so Ronin, our Special Operations Forces, can infiltrate and find out what the hell's going on.
This mission is railguns. But it honestly really doesn't matter anymore. They are not as scary as when you first fought them, and at this point, you have better and faster planes which can easily dodge railguns. There are not that many aircraft to kill in this mission, so you mostly just go around killing railguns and destroying ships and AA weaponry. This is actually very calming. The soothing music in the background, the fact that this mission isn't at all that intense, and the very nice dialogue between characters.
We managed to dig something up. We found out that Icarus has been experimenting on something called L0L1. Don't know what it means, so we'll keep digging.
Very soothing. This is mostly like other missions. You shoot things and fly around like a plane normally would.
Get to my aircraft, Freddy. I'm going to show these mercenaries what's what.
You don't know what it means to fly, you stupid idiot.
What the hell? Who let it out?
Give me that. I'll show you how it's done.
Fox 2, good separation.
I'm kicking ass. Oh, you're behind me. Not anymore. Yeah.
Just shut up.
No, I'll never shut up. I'm unbeatable. It'll take months of fighting to defeat me. That's right. I'm the main boss.
Kill.
Nice kill.
Damn it! I'll be back, Monarch, and I'll kick your ass.
Prospero, the economic heart of Cascadia. This city was built for trade, but soon it'll become the base to plan out the final assault to take back Presidia. Prospero was secured by the Feds at the beginning of this war, and boasts the majority of Federation air power. This is why this mission serves two purposes. The elimination of the bulk of Federation air power, and by taking back the city, we can show that the Federation is incompetent in protecting world interests. For the last few days, artillery units have been bombarding the city, completely weakening air and ground power. Now is more than ever the time to strike. Destroy the Federation, and when we invade Presidia, the Federation will have no one left to protect them.
Oh, we have our own airships. This is the first time I'm happy to see one. The invasion is tough. Federation air power is at an all-time high. They are protecting Prospero with all they have. They know full well that if they lose the city, they lose Presidia. Aircraft scramble from underground hangars. Enemy airships arrive to support the effort, and I am running out of mercy. Soldiers begin to move into the city as you continue decimating Federation air power. You can feel it. War is coming to a close. The Federation are desperate, clinging on to all they have left with such ferocity. While supporting the troops, you hear something strange over the comms.
It's better you do as I say. I'm doing this so we can win. I'm sorry it had to end this way. You should have listened.
I'm unable to understand it since I don't speak British. It's probably nothing. I lied. It's something. You hopelessly rush in, hoping you can just destroy all the missiles, but there's just too many. They're too quick, and you're unable to reach some of them in time. They smash into the ground, shaking the earth on every strike. What in God's name is in these? A geologist from a nearby research station sends a nationwide alert. The ring of fire is cooking off. The maniacs put cordium in the missiles, and they've begun to react with the cordium underground. You have to stop them! You were able to regroup with Galaxy and the rest of Hitman. By the looks of it, you're all that's left. Galaxy directs you towards Rose Tower in order to check for any survivors. No one. No response on the radio either. Comic wants to get the hell out of Cascadia, run as far away as they can. But for now, best thing to do is land and think of a better plan.
Oh, Monarch! Guess who?
You? I thought we killed you over the naval base.
You didn't kill me. You merely succeeded in making me not kill you.
Whatever. Let's just kill this bastard.
Go on. Try and kill me, Peter Kennedy.
How do you know his name?
It's amazing how much you can dig up with the right amount of money. Even if you kill me, you're dead. Everyone knows about you now. You're dead. a little extra and boom, they turned against you just like that. Just goes to show, no one cares about you.
Traitorous bastard!
But how about you, Monarch? What's the true name of the Demon King of the Bering Streak?
It's D's.
Huh? D's what?
D's nuts!
Damn you, Monarch. I'll be back. Wait, where's the eject switch? Who forgot the anti-eject switch?
Okay, where were we? Oh, yeah, okay. So it turns out everyone's alive. They just wanted to make sure everything was safe, so they didn't say anything and waited for you to clear everything out. Reasonably, the remaining Sicario forces went to get the fuck out of Cascadia because there's no Cascadia left. But Stardust is like,
You have a contract, dipshit. You work with us. There's nothing you can give us that'll make us stay here and fight for this godforsaken country. All of you are insane. All of you! Is that Battletoads? For the last couple months, I've been out of country. I'm trying to find anyone who can help fight this losing war. But since anyone who would have done this briefing is either dead or traumatized, I'll be doing this from out of country. Now that cordium reactivity is back to stable levels, we're continuing from where we left off. Although it was the epicenter of the cataclysm, Prospero will still make for the best location to plan out our invasion of Presidia. We'll be moving manpower and equipment within Prospero by ground. Hitman, your job is to eliminate any remaining Federation forces located within Prospero. I know shit's gone sideways, but what Stardust offered us, it's worth more than any contract we've ever gotten. Let's do this, Hitman.
flying through the remains of Prospero, you can't help but think, why? Why would Crimson do this? Destroy the country itself just to try and kill you for what? That bastard will get what's coming.
Aircraft type unknown. Pushing from bearing 000.
Speak of the devil.
Team intercept.
I knew they'd come back. After all, a criminal always returns to the scene of a crime. Everything was fine before you showed up. I'll restore order. I'll return Cascadia to its rightful owner. They called me obsessed. Now they call me their solution. Look at what you did. All this death. All of this destruction because of your greed. I should have killed you over Yellowstone. Had I done that, we wouldn't be here. I intend to fix my mistake. How many? Just how many people have you killed? Jesus, okay, man.
Shut up! Nobody asked! You think we asked specifically to fight you? You think I care so much to keep fighting you?
Dude, I said I'm sorry.
Shut up! Just shut up! Please, don't talk! I don't care!
Damn it. No, 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 no! Ah!
Crimson team is off the radar. Confirm aircraft destruction. We saw it blow up from here. He's down. God, what a waste of a pilot.
This is it. Presidia. The Federation's last stand. All the forces located within Presidia are the collection of all Federation units that made it this far into the war. And thanks to you, Monarch, Crimson is not one of them. I've spent the last months out of country gathering an army unlike anyone's ever seen. Every mercenary, every war junkie, every soldier of fortune. Cascadia has become a beacon of rebellion against the Federation. blockade sit for a month to starve out the Federation. But due to circumstances, the attack begins today. The invasion will be split into 4 sections: land, sea, air, and endgame. When we started this contract, I was just in it for the money. I thought we could really make a name for ourselves. But after all they did to us, to Sicario, we all know what needs to be done. Hitman, you're our most valuable assets. Strike the Federation with all your might. Destroy them all! We will end this war today.
Mercenaries, do not count days. Do not count miles. Count only the number of things you have killed.
Back in Presidio. But this time, it's different. We have the upper hand. The Federation is on the backstep, and we will win. Air, sea, and land, we will conquer them. We won't show an ounce of mercy against those bastards. Presidio is the toughest fight we've had up to this point. The city is surrounded. They can't escape. Their only option is to fight or die. After eliminating the first wave of ground forces, the air war opens above Presidio. Waves of fighters and airships charge in, ready to face you headfirst in a joust. The pilots are a mix of aces who fought since the beginning, and rookies who will have flown for the first and last time. You've been through it all. The beginning, the rise, the climax of the war, and today, you'll see through its end. All the contracts, all the wars, all the money, none of that compares to this. The stakes have never been higher. It's not just a failed mission anymore, or lost money. It's yours and hundreds of others' lives on the line. The weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you'll carry it to the end. Accept nothing less than the total destruction of Federation forces. Isolate them. Kill them. Win the war.
After Calamity, you fight against the only order that can guarantee the safety of your people. You solely are responsible for this. you have to show for yourself, Merc? Blood? Gold? A broken throne? I will bury you so completely, the earth will turn over 1,000 times before your body's dug up. You can't run. You can't hide. You made this decision long ago. You can't back out of this deal. I'm Cascadian. You think I take joy fighting over my homeland? Killing my own countrymen? If you never showed up, I never would have lost all that I have! Me and you now. No distractions, no wingmen, no war. Just me and you. Whoever wins is the best pilot. Every safety's coming off. No second chances. Monarch. You use the name of a king. But what do you rule over? The dead? The Federation fought for peace in this war, and you denied them that. The people of Cascadia. Do you know what you've taken from them? Their homes. And for what? To secede from the world? What, do you think you can fight this war again in 50 years' time? Do you really think history will cede your way? You don't even care why you're here! How does it feel to not have a country? To not have borders to define yourself against the world? The calamity erased mankind once. Our chance to start again. This is how you've dealt with it? You drove me to this. This death and destruction over the Federation. Millions of lives lost. So many ghosts. Kill me or be killed! This is my home! Here we are, fighting for Cascadia's soul. That's the deal you made, right? What happens when you shoot me down? Can you even think? What will you return to? Where will you go? We both know how this ends. Kill me! Kill me and see what happens to this world! Either way, your life ends today! And my squadron? Do you think they deserved it? The Federation might try to forget about you, but I won't. This is for the good of the world! Die, mercenary! No. No, not yet! God damn it! Come on, I've almost got him! Come on. Come in for that kill, you dog! God damn it. Monarch.